Hi, my name is Ingrid SPS. I was 47 years old when I was diagnosed with stiff person syndrome, and I first noticed my symptoms were falling down. I worked for a construction company, so I wore work boots. I kept tripping and on concrete because the warehouses all have concrete floors, and I fell in the back of the truck. Delivering materials, I would fall down. Walking on a sidewalk and trying to get my right foot up on a curb, my brain didn't know that it wasn't doing it, and I would just fall down. So my knees look like I'm 6 years old, and as it progressed, it got worse, and I had severe spasms. I looked like The Exorcist, actually, to be realistic. So those were my symptoms. So my doctor kept getting very angry at me because I would show up every week saying I am getting stiffer and I am getting worse. And she's like, I'm getting in trouble because you're here all the time. And I said, I'm sorry, that's your job. So then she sent me to a friend of hers who was a cardiopulmonary specialist who had seen stiff person syndrome during 1 year of his residency. And he said, that's what you have. Take this Valium, which I was very reluctant to do, but I took 2 milligrams of Valium, and within 10 minutes I was walking around the room, not dragging my leg, but walking, and I was able to drive home normally, and I just was in unbelief. So getting the diagnosis was a little bit difficult. I was searching myself, going, why am I stiff, using Google, and I'm not very technical. But I did it, and I saw that stiff person syndrome came up, and I mentioned that to the doctor, and she typed that into the search engine. Then she checked for GAD antibodies, and mine came back over 100. So in Canada, it's about 100, but really I was in the 2,000 mark for GAD antibodies, and I found that out in Ottawa. So my journey was that here, the health region would not let me have IVIG or any kind of treatment. They did not understand the disease, and I was told to go home and die, and given a video on how to tell my family I'm going to die, which I handed back, gave the doctor a hug, and said, I'll see you soon because I'm not going to die. So off to Saskatchewan we went, and I bought a house on Kijiji. Don't ever do that. Anyway, in a small town of 350 people, I got the Doctor of the Year. I got IVIG, I got Valium, I got gabapentin, I got tizanidine, which is for MS, but it worked on me. Turned out I was diabetic, so all the people came to my house. I didn't have to go anywhere, and that's in a little town. Best healthcare ever. And then when it progressed, he's like, Ingrid, I can't help you anymore. And he's like, you either have to go to Vancouver or you have to go to Ottawa. And I thought, I'm not going back to BC for this treatment, not the way I was treated. So we chose Ottawa, and I met Dr. Pringle, who is the neurologist, and she's like, oh my God, I know someone who can cure you. He does it all the time. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or scream, but I was so grateful to meet Dr. Atkins. So when I got to Ottawa, I met Dr. Pringle, who's the neurologist and is on a team with Dr. Atkins and 12 other people to treat people with autoimmune diseases as well as cancers. So I had stiff person syndrome. I still am known to have stiff person syndrome, but the treatment plan was that I would have 15 rounds of chemo, which is the harshest kind of chemo, 10 times worse than a cancer patient gets. I did that with 5 rounds of ATG, which is rabbit serum that goes into every crevice of your body to get anything out. So at the end of it, I was in the hospital for 23 days, and after I had received all that chemo, I had a day off. So on April 11th of 2014, I received my stem cells back. They were harvested, cleaned, and stored while I was having all this treatment. So I got them back, and they were just warmed up in a crock pot, which I just laughed at. They gave them back to me in an IV, and I did have a PICC line with many bags hanging off of it, at one time 7. Anyway, I had the stem cells back, and it took me until April 19th before my numbers came up, and I was able to walk around the hospital and not just stay in my room. And on the 23rd, I was released and let go home. This is 6 years later, and it's 2020. I'm still in a 10-year study, so I have 4 years left. I'm able to walk. I use a walker when I go out, just because my right leg doesn't always agree, and sometimes I have to say, we're going out and you're coming with me. Other than that, you know what? I have a really good quality of life. I'm blessed. I have wonderful children. I have awesome grandchildren, and I'm so happy to be alive.
Recording, you do
okay,
you.
So, you know, I do exercises every day. So I march. This leg still doesn't want to go up, but I make it go up. And if I want to make it go higher, then I just go like, you're going higher. And you're going higher too. And I do these because I always say, I must improve my bust, which is what I learned in high school, but it never worked, as you can see. Anyway, and I twist my arms, and I go back and forth, and I do the twist, and I can go down like this, and I just keep going down until I kind of hit my toes, and then I walk around. And this is my garden growing on my china cabinet. So my tomatoes are finishing up, and I don't know, I'll just walk over to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, so I'm walking over to you. I'll stand in front of my beautiful painting and my lovely fireplace. We downsized, so we have this cute little cabin in Kimberley, that we call it. And my friend gave me that little picture on the wall. It says, dream, believe, love, and live. So you can see, this leg still doesn't like me, but come on, Kyle, we'll just walk around.
Yeah, you don't even have to give audio. You can just walk. I just want clips of you walking. Because then I can show.
My kitchen, I haven't done the dishes, but all right.
Oh, you're faster than I am.
I am fast.
You are.
Nope, here we are.
Okay.
Entrance.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Blake. Want to see the backyard? Anybody
There you
want to
go.
see the backyard? No? Okay. Anyway.
That's probably good.
Okay.